Good morning. I am Marion Joyce, today's worship associate, and today our service is being led by Eli Sauls, music and tech director, and Elizabeth Gawron, our director of Lifespan Religious Education. It is our pleasure to welcome you to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Lancaster on this second Sunday of the Christian Advent. This is also World AIDS Awareness Month. Today is Human Rights Day, commemorating the day in 1948 when the United Nations General Assembly adopted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Tonight is the fourth day of Hannukah after sundown. Here at UUCL, we come together to nourish the spirit, connect in love, and act for justice. We welcome you this morning just as you are, whatever your heritage, whatever your faith, whomever you love, however you identify. Today, you are a part of this spiritual community. And if this is your first time here, may you soon discover this is also your spiritual community. As has become our custom, let us give a special welcome to all those folks joining the service this morning on Zoom. I invite those on Zoom to turn on your camera and share a wave together. And everyone in the sanctuary, let's wave at the camera at the back of the sanctuary to send our greetings. Okay. We also welcome you to move and to be you. As part of this welcome, we have samples of what we call spirit play materials outside the sanctuary in the Women's Memorial Room in the back, and also at the end of your pews. You'll see things like this. And spirit play is meant to engage your heart, your soul, and your mind, and your hands. You can knead clay during the sermon. You can color a tag for a friend from the pencil box in your pews. Or you can grab a meditation cushion that's at the back if you need to sit more comfortably. And in the Women's Memorial Room, there's also a round table with activities for all ages to feel just as welcome in our worship space. At this time, I invite Luann Miller, a member of the board, to speak. Luann, here she comes.
Good morning. I am Luann Miller, and I'm very pleased to be one of your board members. At this time, we usually pause to give recognition for the land acquisition. But today I want to tell you a little story. It's a short learning experience of my own. I live in a retirement community just east of us. It's in a town called New Holland, and the retirement community is Garden Spot. And I joined a cultural awareness committee, and we like to study and then present programs to to the community and also to our residents. Last May, we gave a bus tour of the historic New Holland area and the Weaverland settlement around New Holland. And during that bus trip, many of the residents asked me, was there anybody here before the European immigration? Well, I fumbled for an answer, of course. There were. Let me see. The Conestoga. Well, I think they were called Susquehannocks. But I wasn't comfortable with my answer. So I went back to the Cultural Awareness Committee, and I said, okay, so who was here? It just seemed that that was an important piece of our history that we were not tackling. We had ignored it. Because there were indigenous people who settled this county. Now, they were prehistoric, which means the written records are not there. But I wanted to find who they were. Well, 3 months later, and 3 months of a lot of research, I found out that there were at least 6 different tribes in the Lancaster County area. So I asked Reverend Pat if I could tell you about the 6 tribes. So just very briefly, who was here? About 11,000 BCE was the beginning of the settlement in this area. They were a very sophisticated group of natives, and they had accomplished a lot with pottery and also the beginning of the agriculture. About 1000 AD, a group called the Clemson people were settled on islands in the Susquehanna, and they moved into Lancaster County. What's interesting about them is that they used burial mounds, which wasn't used by any other indigenous people. 1300, a group called Shanks Ferry people appeared in loosely knit villages. This was on the eastern shore of the Susquehanna. They were interesting because they developed a spiritual community that was based on the stars, and they had they have found in New Millersville, a beautiful circle that has a fire pit in the center and posts for the solstice and the equinox, and also they were able to trace the movements of the North Star. The Nanticotes, primarily from the eastern shore, also came to Lancaster County, and in 1707, there are records of them in the town of Conestoga, and later in Indiantown in Clay Township. The Pescatawny Kanoi settled near Bainbridge. The Shawnee separated themselves from the Nanticote, and they moved to Pennsylvania about 1697 and had settlements near the Susquehanna, near Paradise, and near Christiana. The Susquehannocks emerged around 1450. They were originally a part of the Seneca tribe, and they're also known as the Conestoga. This county was crisscrossed by Indian pathways. So, to answer the question that I was asked back in May, yes, there were people living in Lancaster County and thriving prior to the European immigration. If anyone is interested, it just so happens I have a list of books that you can look at. Thank you.
May we light this chalice this morning to remind us of the power and beauty of balance and contrast. It is darkness that can make the flame of a single candle so powerful, and light that deepens those shadows in turn. A chalice flame is the meeting point, the union of the refuge, safety, and incredible beauty of darkness, and the warmth, the assurance, and the joy of light. May this act of lighting our chalice this morning remind us that we are stronger together in all the complexities and the disagreements of relationship, because we are different and because we are one.
Good morning. And with our theme of light, let's sing together. Let us sing together hymn number 1000, Morning Has Come. You may rise, embody your spirit as you are able. Morning has come, arise and greet the day. Dance with joy and sing a song of gladness. The light of hope here shines upon each face. May it bring faith to guide our journey home. A new day dawns, once more the gift is given. Wonder fills this moment shared together. The light of peace here shines upon each face. May it bring faith to guide our journey home. Open your eyes to see that life abounds. Open hearts to welcome it among us. The light of love here shines upon each face. May it bring faith to guide our journey home. And for our Time for All Ages today, we have guest friend Gwen Toolin and Frankie and Francis. Gwen has helped a lot. If you don't know what the UU Song Circles is, it's kind of a 6-week program that Gwen and I do with Diane Twego kind of twice a year. So we play for children 6 and under on the guitar and do music and have fun. So Gwen does a lot. If you haven't met her yet, please take the time to meet her.
We're going to light the Hannukah candles. We're going to say it's the 4th night, though usually we would do this at sundown. And Francis and Frankie are going to help me. And if you're interested, so we always add the candles from right to left, and then we're going to light them from left to right. And I'll do the Hebrew blessing as an amateur cantor. All right, you ready? All right, are you comfortable holding this and doing it? Baruch atah Adonai,
Do you want the children
next on the
forward now?
program.
Yeah, I was going to say, Eli, I think you're off. Hi, can we have Joanna come up front with all the children and young at heart to share a bit about the Hannukah story and check out what's in our Wonder Box. So if we could have all of our young friends and young of heart friends come forward.
Well, welcome everybody. It's so great to see so many new and familiar faces. We're going to begin our Wonder Box time. And there's some really special things in here today. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and begin. We can open it on up. Oh, I see some friends that are ready. Okay. Oh, we have this. Thank you. Oh, and a book. Oh, and this. Wonderful. Thank you. We can close this on up
All right,
now, everybody.
I'm going to close it up.
Careful with those fingers.
Fingers out of the way. Perfect.
So, does anyone know what we have here today? Go ahead and say it. Yes, a menorah for Hanukkah. That's a holiday that's going on right now. And since we are at a Unitarian Universalist church, we learn about all holidays from all different traditions, which is something very special about our congregation here, that we learn about our friends and neighbors. So I'm going to go ahead and put down our menorah. If you all want to move down a little bit, everybody, so everyone can see it, great. And we're going to begin our story, and I'm going to need your help along the way. So here we go. Let's actually start with the cover. So the book is Hannukah Accounting Book, and it's by Emily Spur. Wonderful. And this will be all about the Hannukah story. We can just go to the next page there. Wonderful, okay. So starting with our worker candle, okay, that is called the shamus. With the shamus, light one more candle every night to make 8 candles burning bright, or 9 candles if you count the shamus. So in this little bag, we have our candles, and our shamus starts in the middle, okay? So let's have a friend go ahead and try that. Go ahead for me, Teddy. Yeah, put it right there. Thank you so much. Okay, the next page now. Ooh, 1 Hanukkah menorah or Hanukkah lamp. So we need to add that one in next. Okay, wonderful. You can put that right there.
And actually, we're going to have a class.
We'll all get a turn with this or something else later on, no worries.
Oh, look at this.
Ooh, look at those. Jelly donuts. 2 jelly donuts for the next night. Yeah, tasty, right? Here we go. You want to give it a try, sweetheart? And I'll move the menorah closer to you. So we can put it right by this candle down here. Here we go, teamwork. Woo, there we go, awesome. Okay, and the next one, 3 elephants. And again, this has to do with the Hanukkah story, so that's why there's elephants in here. Let's add the 3rd candle. Go for it. Wonderful. And so far, we've had 3 nights of Hanukkah, and we'd be adding a 4th one now. Ooh, what do you see on that page? Yeah, streetles. Likely. That's so neat. And we'll be doing some of that in class today. And it says, For dreidels, watch the Hebrew letters on the dreidel, spin, 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 and we'll be learning all about those symbols and what they mean later on today. Yeah, don't forget about the chocolate coins and gelt. You're right. So go ahead, put that right next to the pink one. Awesome. So that's what we would be adding in tonight for the fourth night. Wonderful. Yes. So some of our friends knew that already. That's great. So 5 gelt or chocolate coins. That's something that you get when you are playing dreidel. Now you know. All right, and the next one, 6 for the 6 heroes from the Hannukah story. And we'll add that one over here. You want to give it a go, Caleb? There you go. Put it right there. Ooh, what are those yummy things over there? Who knows? Potato pancakes. Awesome. Or latkes, 7 potato pancakes. Anyone new want to give it a go, putting in the next candle? Here we go. Oh, okay. We're also eager. I'm so glad. We're really filling up that menorah. Okay. And then, ooh, we're getting towards the end. Yep. Yeah, the 8 candles. Yep. Let's put in the next one. Wonderful. All right. And put the last one in here. Ooh, and it says Happy Hannukah with all our different symbols. Awesome. And like I said, yeah, that's the shamus, the one in the middle, the helper candle. So that one just stays there. And again, if we took these 4 off at the end, we can just leave it. That's what it would look like by tonight. Awesome. I can take that candle. Thank you so much. Great job, everybody. Okay, thank you. So we're going to be moving into our classes, everybody. And if your kiddos are new here today, if you wouldn't mind coming back with us, we have a sign-in sheet. If there's any food allergies or anything we need to know, we can get your email so you can keep on getting more information about us. We always have a lot going on for our children here in this community.
This next song is near and dear to me. It's called Light the Menorah. And it's dear to me because I was a music therapist for 40 years in New York State, and we did big Hannukah concerts with our beloved Rabbi Stein. And this was a song we did there. And I could use the children and anyone else who feels like a child. When I say or sing, light the menorah, you say, light the menorah. So can I hear you? Ready? Go. Light the menorah. Oh, that was good. One more time louder. Light the menorah. Okay, here we go. Each verse, you'll get to sing it 4 times. I'll try to cue you, but I'll probably forget. Here we go. Light the menorah. It's Hannukah, it's Hannukah. Light the menorah, for Hannukah is here. Light the menorah. It's shining every night. Light the menorah when Hannukah is here. Add a new candle every night. Light them for all to see. Sing special blessings and sweet songs. Please sing along with me. Light the menorah, the candles burning for 8 nights. Light the menorah when Hannukah is here. Light the menorah, it's Hannukah, it's Hannukah. Light the menorah when Hannukah is here. Add a new candle every night. Light them for all to see. Sing special blessings and sweet songs. Please sing along with me. One last time, light the menorah. It's Hannukah, it's Hannukah. Light the menorah when Hannukah is here. Light the menorah, say the blessings every night. Light the menorah when Hannukah is here. Thank you, everyone.
There we go. Hello. So some of you may have noticed this painting kind of in the back. I'm going to bring it forward. because one of the things about art is it looks different from far away than when you get closer. And I think there's a lot of things in life like that, that look a lot different when you get closer to it. So when Eli and I thought of doing a service today, we thought of light and dark, but in the way that they complement each other and they exist and bring kind of different points out. And one of the things that I really wanted to share at this service was a live painting that I did in November at a peace tree lighting ceremony at the Hershey Medical Center. And so some of you may not know, but I grew up in Hershey, and I'm very familiar with the Hershey Medical Center. Unfortunately, my father, when I was in kindergarten, was diagnosed with cancer, and I have a lot of young memories of visiting him in the hospital and feeling very scared and feeling very confused as a little kindergartner, and wishing that he would get better, and feeling like that was the thing that was going to happen. It did not happen that way, and for the next 20 years, he really suffered from a lot of the ailments of his treatment and things that kind of went wrong along the way. And so my wish for a cure turned into something different. And as I grew older and my father was nearing the end of his life, my wish for him grew into a wish for peace and an end for suffering. And a week after I was married, he passed away after seeing both me and my siblings. And it was a very peaceful time for me, which some people may not feel that way in those times. So I wanted to bring forth this painting because while I was painting it at the Hershey Medical Center, I was really thinking a lot about him, because he had, at the end of his life, this painting of a tree that I had in his hospice room. And when he passed, I got that painting back. And so when I stood at this priest tree lighting ceremony, and I stood in front of this small little tree that they were going to light up, I started to paint it, and I started to feel very deeply all of these times in my life, and recognizing that from far away it looked like something, but as I got closer it became something very different, and my idea of what peace was has certainly changed and continues to change. And so I wanted to just bring this forward as a visual meditation that we'll do later, and I wanted to just explain a little bit about what the peace tree is to me, and maybe it reveals something that it means to you. Now this morning, we are going to move into our joys, sorrows, and complex truths. I will name some joys, sorrows, and complex truths while Marion lays stones in the sand to mark each one. In a bit, I will be inviting you to do so as well in silence. Rev Pat and I realized we forgot to sing happy birthday to our birthday babies last week. So who here this morning has a December birthday? I know Eli had one yesterday. Who else? All right. Marion, if you would lay several stones as celebration, and let's join in saying happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear December babies. Happy birthday to you. Yay. Thank you for that joy. That's true. Soon, yeah. These are December birthday. Now, a few stones of healing and care for those in our community who have been isolating with COVID. As we continue to lay many stones of sorrow for the continuing conflict in Israel and Gaza and in other parts of our world, and for a continuing prayer for peace. A stone of care and all of our best to Dan Wirt as he receives treatment this week at the University of Pennsylvania. And a stone of care for John Mason. May he have a successful surgery tomorrow that will relieve his hip pain and result in full mobility. And we wish the best for John's wife, Marion, as she will soon have cataract surgery. And a stone of care and healing for Hanny as she continues to recover from her fall. And a stone of care and healing for Linda Dobbins as she recovers from more treatment of her shoulder. And many stones of gratitude for all those who helped and took part in yesterday's holiday gathering. May we imagine these stones are like seeds taking root, spreading compassion, healing, and joy. You may now come up and place a stone for any joy, sorrow, or complex truth resting on your heart. So this Sunday, in lieu of a sermon, since I am not going to do that, I will be sharing a story of my own peace tree, and we will be partaking in a meditation together, and those slips of paper are going to be a part of that meditation. For any of those that were here for our Thanksgiving service a few weeks ago, this is kind of a very familiar ritual where we'll be meditating together and then writing our own wish for peace on the slips of paper. And then later in our service, we will bring those slips of paper forward. And then later after our service, we're actually going to hang, the children and all of us will hang our wishes for peace on our tree. So if that helps you understand what we're doing today, that's the So to center us in our meditation, I want to share the poem that this painting was actually inspired by. At the peace tree lighting ceremony, they had a variety of artists share their dance, their words, their music. It was very beautiful. And there was one poem that was not shared, and it ended up being the basis of my painting. It's by Judy Schaefer. She's actually a doctor, and it's called Intermezzo. No beginning, no ending, just here and now, in between dreaming, music playing, holding on slowly, seagulls calling, loud with hunger, holding on, small raft, healing through the night, in between, now, awake, here, not ending, just beginning. The light takes us to another world. Bright, exposure. We cannot see anything, so we assume nothing is there until we feel our way through realms we only imagined, light and dark. The dark takes us to another world. Depth, darkness. We cannot see anything, so we assume nothing is there until we feel our way through realms we only imagined, light and dark. Live in the reality of wonder, where streaks of light across the sky come together in the darkness, revealing the tree of life. So close your eyes. Picture yourself in the darkness. And in that darkness, you hear a swoosh and a light crash like waves on the shore. You start to see the darkness brighten around you. You find yourself moving up from the depths of the dark, and you break the surface of the water. You find yourself laying on a shore, the sun beaming down on you, so bright, so bright. You bring yourself up, standing, feeling the sand beneath your toes. It's cold and cool. And think about how dark it must be under the sand. When you're standing on top in the light, and you turn around, and you start to dig a hole in the sand. And as you dig, it becomes bigger and bigger until you're standing in a hole and you ball yourself up like a seed. And you think about yourself as a seed, how dark and tight. It's cool, and you grow. You grow inside of this little seed. You feel the sand, the dirt, kind of pile over this little seed you're in. And the dark feels warm, feels comforting, feels like home. And then you start to push outside of that shell. And as you push, you see a sliver, a small sliver of light. And you wonder what that is. So you push towards it. And as you push towards it, that crack begins to grow. And now the darkness and the light are around you. You can see, but you're not out of the darkness yet. Until finally you break free and you open up. If it feels right to do so, open your arms up now and feel what it feels like to be outside of that shell, of that seed. And now you feel the light. And that light grows you in new ways. You grow up. Put your arms up if it feels right to do so. You grow up, and the sun is warming you, yet your roots are still rooted in the cool, dark ground. So you feel both the dark beneath you and the light above you, and it feels right. It feels like life. And you grow, and as you grow higher, your roots grow deeper at the same time. And now you are a tree. arms are spread wide and you glow like the sun. Put your hands together in your lap. There's a center of that tree between the limbs that reach to the sky and the roots that reach towards the depths of the earth. And both are nourishing, and both feel like life. And as we feel ourselves in that tree of life, wherever you feel you are now, if you are in the cool roots of the ground, if you are in the sturdy trunk of the tree, if you are a leaf about to flitter off a limb, no matter where you are the tree of life. And you are light, and you are dark. And as you think of where you are right now, I want you to think of what your wish for peace in this life would be. What is your wish for peace when you are existing in this golden tree? At any time in this service, you may write down that wish for peace. Maybe now, maybe later. The light takes us to another world. Bright exposure. We cannot see anything, so we assume nothing is there, until we feel our way through realms we only imagined. Light and dark. The dark takes us to another world. Depth, darkness. We cannot see anything, so we assume nothing is there, until we feel our way through realms we only imagined. Light and dark. Live in the reality of wonder, where streaks of light across the sky come together in the darkness, revealing the tree of life.
Thank you, Elizabeth, for that. And thank you, Alan. Friends, hymn number 55, The Dark of Winter, a beautiful text here. You may rise as you are able in body or spirit to sing along.
Dark of winter, soft and still, your quiet calm surrounds me. Let my thoughts go where they will, ease my mind profoundly, and then my soul will sing a song, a blessed song of love eternal, gentle
Thank you, Elizabeth and Eli and Alan. This is the time in our service when we will pass the plate and accept your offerings. You may also go to our website to make a donation online. A portion of the offering will be shared this month with Lancaster Food Hub on Queen Street. Serving the community since 1947, Lancaster's Food Hub's vision is to serve anyone in need of food, clothing, shelter. They believe in the dignity of all individuals and are motivated by faith to welcome all, to assist, and all in need. Our Congolese refugee family that we sponsor at UUCL also uses the Food Hub to stretch their budget, as many others do. While the plates are passed, I will be making some announcements. The plates may now be passed. Do look to our weekly email newsletter, Love Notes, for weekly need-to-knows and events at UUCL, as well as our Facebook page and website calendar. At this time of the year, please especially note opportunities for participating in holiday events, and you may want to hang on to your order of service at the back and pin it to your refrigerator. That has a list as well. To sign up for the newsletter, look to our website or contact our office. Today, after worship, please join us in Emerson Hall downstairs, stairs on both sides and the back, for cookies, crafting, and tree decorating. And our head elf at the back, Susan Lithgow, is at the door. Next week's service will be led by our minister, Reverend Pat and Eli, and is mentioned in your order of service. Do remember Thursday evening, December 21st, beginning at 6:30 p.m., we'll be celebrating winter solstice. There will be several activities and sacred spaces set, refreshments, and a drum circle. Heather, are you here today? I don't see Heather. She would like some help in preparations or sharing. On the morning of Christmas Eve, during our usual Sunday service time together, we will have a no rehearsal Christmas pageant for all ages. So if you would like to play a part in the story from Mary to a wise person, a king, a queen, email Reverend Pat. At 7 p.m. on Christmas Eve, we will have a quieter candlelight service. Reverend Pat is looking for readers for that service as well, and Eli would love to hear from any singers or musicians who would like to participate in the services. At this point, we gratefully receive your generous gifts freely given this morning and dedicate them to the work and aspirations of this congregation. Finally, let us join together to read in unison the affirmation of faith found in the front of the gray hymnal or on your Zoom screen, first in English and then in Spanish. If you're new, it's right here in the front. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its gift. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. El amor es el espíritu de esta iglesia, y el servicio es su ofrenda. Este es nuestro gran pacto, el convivir unidos en paz, el buscar la verdad en amor, y ayudarnos unos a los otros.
So we are going to finish our ritual this morning. So I will show you what we're going to be doing. We have our prayers for peace, our wishes for peace. And what we're going to do is when you come forward, and I'll help you, Marianne can probably come up here and help too. We're going to roll up. So if you actually want to already roll up your little prayer for peace, putting it in its own little dark cocoon. And when I invite you forward, we'll give you a little piece of tape to tape shut your little wish for peace. And then what you can do is you can take a nice sparkly fuzzy stick and wrap this kind of bright light around your wish for peace. And then you can put it in here. And the children and I, or you, after service, will come up here and we will then put all of these on the tree. Yes, Lillian? Roll it up. Yes. And if you have trouble rolling it up, we are here to help you. Yes, Debbie? What are you supposed to write something on it? Yeah, oh, right. So if you write a wish for peace for this season for you. So whatever your wish for peace looks like, maybe it's for your life, maybe it's for someone else. You can write more than one if you would like. I have slips of paper up here if you would like more. Okay. Does anyone else have any other questions before I invite you up? Okay. So Alan, thank you. All right, so please come forward. Thank you for your presence and your participation today. I look forward to hanging these on the tree later, and we can always add more as you feel called to. I want to share before we end our service with our chalice extinguishing just an expression of gratitude for this congregation and for everyone's willingness to do something different and to participate and to be present here. It really nourishes me in so many ways, and I really love being here with you today. Together, we have enjoyed the warmth and beauty of stories, of this flame, and of this special community. As our chalice flame is extinguished this morning, we can still remember that its glow is carried within us. We can use our inner lights and this flame to kindle new sparks throughout our lives and in the world. May the spirit of peace and togetherness bless your lives.
There is a candle in every soul, some brightly burning, some dark and cold. There is a spirit who brings a fire, ignites a candle, and makes their home. So carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle, go light your world. We are a family